Hi, Stitchy. Good morning, honey. 10 more days until my birthday. Wow, exciting. Do you want to eat? Is that what this is? You want to eat? Are you hungry? Is Jack hungry? What's today? Tuesday? You're on spring break, right? I'm coming. I'm on my way, puppy. Gosh, he's so impatient. Alright. Here we are. Freedom Eagle, hello, good morning. How are you? Are you coming over here? Come over here. Come sit right here. Yes. You must work for your supper, sir. Just sit right here and be cute. I think I scratched the roof of his mouth with my nail. Sorry, buddy. He's sorry. You're such a good boy. All right, let me make your food. Need it to be the rice. Jackie, you're a good boy. That's my alarm clock. Hi, Jed. So much tea, so excited to tell the news. Oh no. Sounds like it's good news, yes? This is Hello Cat. I finally got home after work. I took a coworker home and picked one up at the Denver airport and took him home. Wow. Freedom Eagle says, okay, well, guess who's getting married? Are you getting married? Congratulations. Oh my gosh. It is exciting. When is the date? Happy Tuesday, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you, my friend. Yes. Okay, so when is the date? That is very exciting. I'm so happy for you. That's a lot to read. Hang on a minute. That's a lot of little words early in the morning. Michael says, good morning. Everyone in Cat&Jack's family. I hope you're all having a great morning. Just laying in bed with Snowflake and Midnight Jr., sleeping in her own bed. Nice. Good morning or good evening, Michael. Hi, Gray Man. How are you? This May. Wow. Right around the corner. Nice. Exciting. Again, congratulations. Michael says, I left the TV room door open for Midnight Jr. to come in to see me also. Nice. You think it's May 18th? You're all right, Gray Man. I'm glad to hear that. You made it through Monday. Here we are. What is it, Tuesday? Payday. I swear my... What? Where did that come from? Okay, that's enough chicken for Jack. Hi, Nikita. Freedom Eagle says, well, we know what the baby is. Well, what is the baby? I did love your pictures you posted in my community. They were lovely. Thank you for sharing your pets. Good morning, Carl Shell, my friend. I thought you were making, I'm making breakfast for Jack. Do you not see him waiting patiently? Barely, you can barely see him, but he's right here waiting patiently. All right, Jackie, almost done. Carl, how is Tina doing? Ooh, Jackie. What do you think? Oh, you're giving me the eye, sir. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but that is quite a look. Jack. We're having twins, really. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Gray Man says, I like the color of the cabinets. Great. Imagine that. Hi, Flora. Nikita says, you're very welcome. Snowflake got into Midnight Junior's wet food and ate it without my dad knowing it. Midnight Junior had to get a new dish because of Snowflake sneaking in to eat her food. Oh no. All right, Jack, let's put this up. You just wait. We'll take it into the room. Okay? You just wait. You're a very good boy. He's like, I'm not waiting. You are waiting. You're such a good boy, Jackie. Look. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's grab you. Let's grab this. Let's grab Jack's food. And I'll put you under my arm. And we'll carry you like this. Come on, Jack. Let's go. Let's skedaddle. Do you need anything? I don't think so. Okay, good job. Didn't take too long. Good morning, everyone. I decided to sleep in this morning, so I didn't get Jack's food ready or anything. Or anything. And I hear myself talking in the background. That's so weird. Here you go, honey. Oh, you're such a good boy. There we go. All right. You must turn yourself down, Cat. Unacceptable. Let's see. Let me see. Having twins. When are the twins due? Nikita says you're very welcome. Snowflake, yep, I read that. Good. Good for me. Freedom says I'm hungry. My pregnancy cravings are pickles and ice cream. Sounds like Lucy from I Love Lucy. Sounds very classic. Nikita says hello to Flora. And Freedom Eagle says my son is waving at you all. And today's your birthday. Really? Well, happy birthday. Wow, you have got like all the news all at once, don't you? And the babies are due in November. Wow. Hi, Lois. How are you? All right. Let's pause you. And let's do this. Oh, my nose is itching so bad. Oh. Oh my goodness. Lord help me. Wow. My nose is gone crazy. And Freedom says I am 20. All big stuff. Pretty exciting. Lois says doing fine, but my legs are giving me grief. I'm sorry. God bless you. Thank you. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. Okay. One boy and one girl. Wow. Well, how exciting for you. Should I say congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations. Oh, and happy birthday. Yes, ma'am. All right. Let's get back to this. This right here. Jack is very... I'm so glad you're eating so good lately, Jack. That makes me so happy. Okay. Oh, my eye is itching. Make it stop. Today's shot day. We could do... can I give myself a shot online? Like live streaming? Would I get in trouble for that, you think? Hi, Daniel. How are you? Freedom says, what names? What names what? Do you have your names? Is that what you're saying? Daniel, we're really good. How are you? Except for a little sneezy and itchy. My eye's itchy. My nose is itchy. I should take some Benadryl. Kavita, hello. You know, it's somebody's birthday, Karen. You know, we had somebody named Karen who had a twin, maybe? And it was her birthday today. But I haven't seen her in a few days. That's me. Daniel says, my sweet woman friend. That's me. You're talking about me. Aw. Don't let chat name your kids. Oh, is that what she's doing? Good night, Toy Pops. It was good seeing you. Clear. Okay. Man, I'm snotty. What do you think, Toy Pops? Are you still here? I just figured it'd be something different. What do you think, Carl? Should I poke myself with a needle online? If Carl says no, then I won't do it. If Carl says yes, do it. I'm going to do it. What's wrong with my phone? Jack likes that food. This monkey's seen better days. Good boy. I think Lucy and Lucas. I think that's beautiful. Love it. Do it. I know, Lois. I'm so glad he's eating so good. Hi, Sean. He is up this morning. Daniel says, I am doing good, just chilling and listening to some music. Nice. Jed says, sorry, I was cleaning up after work and I got to get gas in my Jeep in the morning. I'm glad you're finally done with work. You did a lot of running around. Do they pay you to do that, Jed? To pick up your coworkers from the airport and take one home and all that? Do you get paid for that? The Freedom Eagle says, okay. Hi, Steve. Mr. Whitesnake. Aria, the rescue dog's dad, said, by now, I guess no words are required as I am passing on through. Thank you, my friend. It's good to see you. Oh, it's time to wipe his face all over my laundry basket. Why is there a helicopter out? Oh, well, I guess I know why a helicopter might be out there. You got $30 for gas from the one you picked up from the airport. I guess that's fair. And now you can get gas in the morning because you have money in your pocket. Freedom says, yeah, mornings are the worst. I have to work tomorrow at 6 in the morning. They shouldn't do that to a pregnant person. Steve, Mr. Whitesnake says, hi, Lois. How are you? Grandman says, I love mornings, really. Jack, stop. Hey, easy, crazy. You lost your mind. Sean says the helicopter is looking for you, Cat. I heard. Is it you or they? Heard I was with the cartel. I'm not going to say I have connections, but Jack. You're so funny. Hi, Walking Tall. Good morning. Daniel says, and I ate a few chocolates and in the naked butt and comfortable. Well, good. Oh, don't you ruin my cape. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy. That was probably it, though. The end of the excitement for Jack. He wants, that's where we started off this morning, was outside. Carl says, and dogs I know have rubber balls. Really? A lot less noisy, right, Carl? Oh, good one, Jack. Why is he jumping around so much? Is he okay? So funny. Sean says, Jack acting up tonight. What you giving him? He's just being a dog. He does get up occasionally. And Jen says, I'm charging my phone even though it's at 48% right now. Because I'm drinking Pepsi and then going to make a coffee to do fan art drawings. Nice. Steve says to Lois, every day is a great day. There is always something to be grateful for. She says, what was in Jack's water? Nothing. Freedom Eagle says, I don't quite get that. Daniel says, did you miss my comment about chili? I probably did. I probably did, Daniel. Carl, tell Daniel, Cat likes to miss comments. Carl hates chili? Let's see. What did I miss here? From Daniel. Nope, it didn't show up for me, Daniel. It did not show up. So, haha, I didn't miss it. No. So you ate some Van Camp's chili for supper. Huh, is it good? Freedom Eagle says, I'm charging my phone, but it's at 58%. Awesome. Poor sad Jack. Hi, Bailey Smith. How are you? Lois says, so true, Mr. Whitesnake. Mr. Whitesnake says, motor is running, so I am out of here. Have a great afternoon, one and all. You too. Thank you for coming by. We appreciate you. Walking Tall says, like and subscribe. Thank you for that, Walking Tall. I appreciate you. Let's pin it. Daniel says, yes, it is good. Oh, nice. Jay says, I might get something to eat too, and I have SpongeBob SquarePants series. Still watching it? Freedom Eagle, you're so funny. Who is Freedom Eagle really? We'd like to know. Carl says, I'm getting sick on the bus with the thought of people eating chili. Well, it's just a thought of a thought right now, Carl. You're very sensitive. I love you for that. I bet you Freedom Eagle's going to say, I'm getting sick too because I'm pregnant, right? Your name is Aaliyah. Is that right? Jen says, yes, I'm on season 3, episode 1, Cat, out of 13 seasons. Wow. Corrupted says, you're. Hey, Corrupted, how are you? Walking Tall says, Jack, wake up and smell the dog food. He says he ate it all. Would you like your little bone thingy, Jack? You know, that little thingy thing for your teeth? Huh? You're so funny. Oh, my nose is itching so bad. It's itching, itch. Here you go. What do you think, buddy? Hi, Maddie. Maddie says, good morning. Beautiful cat, dropping a light from my work, my friend. Thank you so much, Maddie. Have a good day at work. Should be almost done, right? You're halfway through? A few hours ahead into it? I don't know. I hope your day goes well. Corruptus says, I'm doing good, Cat. Thanks. I work today, so I won't be on here too long. I'm sorry you have to work today, unless you want to work today, and then yay. Carl says, I sold the TV yesterday. Did you really, Carl? Oh my gosh. Gray Man says, where's Deborah and who's that NASCAR driver? Did they switch places? I have a feeling. I've got a feeling. Or is that hooked on a feeling? Yeah, I feel like Deborah's gonna be back very soon. It's been a whole month. Hi, Basliel. It's good to see you. Bailey says, Cat, have you ever kissed a pine tree? Also, they are sweet and sticky. Yes, I'm very familiar with pine trees. Walking Tall says, obviously, clearly no sign of Deborah. I'm going to shine a bright light in your face until you tell us what you did. It's not me. It was Magic Dragon. Freedom Eagle says, 20 years old, has a lover, 2 kids, still pregnant with twins, lives in Michigan, chilling with my boyfriend. Oh, that's your breakdown, your description. Got you. Aaliyah is 20 years old, has a lover, 2 kids, still pregnant with twins, lives in Michigan, and chilling with my boyfriend. Boy, that is a very big life. Good for you, Freedom Eagle. And you forgot you're getting married, and it's your birthday. Sean says, Michelle Pfeiffer and Kurt Russell got a new show called The Morrison. We should watch it, Cat. Really? Are they together? Did they used to be together? Are they still together? I thought it was Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Why is Michelle Pfeiffer hanging out with him? I don't like it. Crafton says, Deborah. We miss her. I wrote a whole song about it. Daniel says, I am listening to James Taylor and his song Fire and Rain. You know what song I like about James Taylor? The one Carly Simons did. James. I can almost hear it in my mind, but I can't bring it out. Hi, Matt is alive. He says, last week I went to the store and purchased a belt. It cost me almost $75. It was a huge waste. Good one. Daniel is singing James Taylor. All right. Matt is alive. Says Matt is alive and has arrived. Good morning to you, my friend. Carl says, you haven't paid the ransom. She's not coming back. And Freedom Eagle says, oh, yeah. Crafton says, that's too much freedom. Or that's too much freedom. I don't know which. Hi, Rosie. He's got a rawhide, Basleel. Are you still home? Daniel just released some gas. Good for you. Rosie says, hi, homie one. Walking Tall says, cuz if you think that all of us know who Magic Dragon is, we don't know who Magic Dragon is. All we know is we want Deborah back. Is that good stuff, Jack? He's really enjoying that. Crafton says hello. And Rosie says hello to Jed and Daniel. Freedom says, sorry. Want to hear my drama? Didn't think so. No, you didn't say anything really dramatic. You've got a very full life, it sounds like. That's all. No reason to be sorry, my friend. Corrupted says, how's the homie been? Rosie says, how are you, Corrupted, and Jen, and everyone? We're going to surround your house. I thought we were friends, Walking Tall. What's up, man? Grayman says, well, at least Deborah doesn't spill coffee on the bed no more. That's right. Oh my gosh, that one day I was sitting here with Debbie and she had a cup of tea and she spilled it, but there really was no tea, but I still went and got a towel to dry it up. I'm okay. And so is Rosie. Basil says, I just got home from a round trip flight. Had to do so much paperwork today. Oh, we had a bird strike, thankfully on the return leg. Ooh. All the way around. Well, I'm glad you are here safely now, Basleel. And Freedom says, I'm so hungry. Well, wake that lover of yours up and tell him to make you something. Carl says, until Cat pays me the ransom, Deborah is not coming back. Carl, I have a shirt for you. It says, Carl, never forget. I'm in control. Never forget. Deborah does what she wants. Ain't nobody holding her down. Walking tosses, yes, you are my friend. Deborah was my friend too, but look what happened to her. Magic Dragon. And if you were here more, you would know who Magic Dragon is. Whose fault is that? Daniel says, broken to Rosie. Hi, how are you? I am doing good, just relaxing in the bare butt and listening to some Cat Stevens. No, you're listening to all the music I remember growing up. Like when I couldn't choose music, but the people around me listened to music, it was Cat Stevens, Joni Mitchell, James Taylor. Rosie says, I'm okay, Daniel. Freedom says, I was laughing and said, wake up and make this pregnant lady food now. Good for you. Yes, I'm there for it. Walking tosses, no Deborah, no peace. Carl says, who's Rosie? You're so cold-hearted, Carl. Bethel says, yeah, Cat, good to be back. How have you been these last days? Pretty good. Yep. I went to the eye doctor Saturday, and today I go back to the dentist, so still just doing consultations, no big deal, except for my poor pocket. I'm going to go spend $100 for them to tell me how much money it's going to cost me for them to do any work. Freedom Eagle says, dude, bring Deborah back. Deborah. Chad says, Rosie, I drove to the Denver airport for the first time. Well, I bet it's really big too, huh? Is the Denver airport the one they talk about having a secret bottom area? Freedom Eagle's laughing. Rosie says, Carl, I'm no one. I'm your imagination. Is that good stuff, Jackie? Walking tells us if they don't give Deborah back, we will prove to them exactly why dragons are extinct. That's great. Poet says, yes, it's a very big airport. And yes, Kat, it is the one with the underground, the stories about the underground areas. Cool. I gotta blow my nose again. This is horrible. There we go, right there. You should have asked the eye doctor when you will see her again. Good one. I usually tell the doctors that I see, I hope I never see you again. No offense, but I hope I never see you again. And Magic Dragon says dragons aren't extinct. Carl says you're not getting Deborah back. We'll see, Carl. Deborah's love for me is stronger than your will for her not to come back. Grayman says, who has Deborah? I don't think anybody has her anymore. I think she's on her way back. But Magic Dragon had her. And I have proof because he has said in this live stream that she wouldn't make him brownies, so he did something with her. I can't remember what he did with her, but something about she wouldn't make the brownies. But anyways, I've had a letter from her since then. She said, don't worry about her. Quit talking about her. She said she's fine. Daniel says, just bare butt and listening to old rock and country music. You're so funny, Daniel. What about um who else? Rosie loves country music, do you? Walking Tall says, if it's okay for me and you to be together, then Jack should have a chance of happiness. Also bring Deborah back to Jack. Deborah is not Jack's. Freedom Eagle says, the reason I love this chat is because if I don't have anyone to talk to and feel alone, you just sucked me in and I felt like I was part of your family. Oh, that's so sweet, Freedom Eagle. Well, you're always welcome. Jed says, yep, I got a lot going on. Daniel says, have you ever listened to John Pardy? Nope. Can't say his name. Nope. As he says, yes, country music, rap, pop. Is it music in general? Just music is the best? I would agree with that. Walking Tall says, if Deborah has not returned by Friday, we're coming to get you. Carl has not. Oh, coming to get you, Carl. That's because he won't give it back. I was about to defend Carl and I forgot. Carl's in on this. Lois says, yes, I just love listening to Cat's voice. Thank you guys. He brought you back dino nuggets. Well, it's something, right? Carl says, I'm not part of your family. Well, if you're not, that's because you don't want to be, Carl. Right? Jack just looked up like, right, Carl? Gray Man says, Carl doesn't have Deborah. Deborah has Carl. Good one. Let go of Carl, Deborah. Release Carl. Let him go. What do you think, Corrupted? Where would she be? Lois says, it is a choice, right? She says, whether you want to be a part of this family or not, it's your choice, my friend. You're always welcome. Hi, Grumpy Sapper. How are you? Freedom Eagle says, if you're in this chat, you stay in this chat. Sure. Forever. You cannot go anywhere. You will be held ransom by Carl. Chad says, Rosie, did you see my comment? Rosie likes to miss comments. Just mess with you. I'm messing with Carl more than anything. Really, he's a country singer. Definitely have not heard about him. What about Tyler Childers? No, I don't. Oh, he's a country singer. No, I don't listen to country music very often. I might know some older country singers. Carl kidnapped Deborah. Carl. Daniel didn't. No, Daniel, Dirt on the Boots. He did that one. Oh, it's a song. Dirt on the Boots. Got a little dirt on the boots. No, don't know it. Oh, Jed was saying that he's on season 3, episode 1 of SpongeBob. Grumpy's walking around a supermarket watching the chat. Are you following somebody in the supermarket? Just like pushing the cart? And Lois says, Carl, you can't keep Deborah. Rosie says, I never miss no comments. I miss everything before I miss any comments. Carl says Deborah is happy because she's drinking Coca-Cola. No way. Hi, Sarah Washington. We're good. How are you? I did listen to it this morning. I liked it. I didn't. It's still on my computer, but I did listen. Grumpy Sapper says, "Oh, my wife is shopping. I'm just doing the husband thing." That's what it looked like to me. That's exactly what I pictured, Grumpy. Corrupted says, "People say I have a drinking problem, but I don't got a problem drinking at all." Sarah says, "I'm okay." Lois says, "What? Not Pepsi, Carl?" Lois, you're really wet this morning. Hello. Corrupted says, "I think that's how the country song goes." Oh, people say I got a drinking problem, but I ain't got no problem drinking at all. It's how the song goes. Got you. Jed says, "One of my YouTube friends is doing me a drawing of SpongeBob SquarePants, California style, as a member of her channel." Oh, I see. Nice. You're a member of her channel. Cool. Freedom Eagle says, "I'm watching iCarly for the 1,000th time. My boyfriend is sick of it." Oh, excuse you. Was that a burp? That was my stomach right there. Jack, I see you about to bite that piece off. Busy lady, hello. Jack says, "Good morning." Daniel says, "I love this song from Fuel, the song Hemorrhage in My Hands." It was good when I used to listen to that. Oh, thank you, busy lady. She says, "Comfortable vibes." I subbed. Thank you. Daniel says, they rock. And Rosie says, "I don't like rock music." And hello, busy. Can I get that little spot off your nose? Right here. Right. There we go. Everybody's saying hello to Busy or Bizay. Where are you from, Busy? Let's see. Basil says, "I've never seen Jack obsessed with anything before." Yeah, these are new. Michigan. Okay. Burr. That's all I can think of about Michigan. Burr. Freedom Eagle says she's playing Roblox right now on my iPad. And Carl says, "You will never see me with a Pepsi in my hand." Oh, I'm so tempted, but I won't. Oh, you're playing that on your phone. Cool, Freedom Eagle. Busy Lady is asking where everybody is from. Jack and I are in Northeast Tennessee. I'm watching you. I see you. I see you. Oops. Lois says, "I'm in Wisconsin." Grumpy Sapper is in Dubai. I'm not really grumpy. I'm always happy most of the time. And Sarah says, "Jack is having a good time." He is. Daniel says, "I got a bit of Pepsi Wild Cherry right now." Daniel is my state mate. He is from uh, the west side of Tennessee. closer to Nashville, I believe. You're so funny, Basleel. Everyone is from everywhere here. Basleel is based out of the UK right now. Is that correct, Basleel? Izzy says, Jack is adorable. Thank you. Okay, yep, London for Basleel. Stop that, gray man. Lois says, got a Pepsi right here and some inside the fridge if you need one, Carl. Correct, good for me. Freedom Eagle says, when I'm bored eating dino nuggets and they just support my hunger. Okay. Busy Lady says, nice meeting you all. I will definitely be back in. We'll be happy to see you. Thank you. Grumpy Sapper says to Basleel, watch my latest videos, mainly based around London. You can drop your link if you want to, Grumpy. Daniel says, oh, I am from Knoxville, but I don't live there anymore. And Broken and Numb, Rosie says to Freedom Eagle, how far along are you? Jed says, I just finished a large Pepsi from work. Nice. Grumpy says, I'm from Cornwall originally. Rosie says, I haven't had soda in a while. Oh, you're doing 1 month, Freedom Eagle? So, oh, 1 month is around May, right? And aren't you getting married in May? Are you doing it all in May? Hi, Flora. I'm glad to see you back. You got a call. Basil says he will check out Grumpy Sapper. Daniel says, I hit the wrong button. Oh, no. Oh, am I wrong? She's 1 month. She's not due in a month. I'm sorry. My bad. That was me, Rosie. I think I screwed that up. But you're right. If it's 1 month pregnant, it's too early to tell it's twins. I'm very confused. Rosie says, I'm not pregnant, but look like I am having twins. Aw. Carl says, I'm selling my TV so I have the money to pour Pepsi down the drain. Good morning, Paul. It's good to see you. Welcome. Jack, you're so funny. Freedom says, I'm getting married in May, but the babies are due in November. Okay. What is this? That makes you how far along? Good Lord. Rosie, I've been humming all morning. Walking tosses, can we trade Carl for Deborah? I will give them Carl. They give us Deborah. What could be simpler? I love Carl. I wouldn't get rid of Carl for anything. I'd keep Carl over Deborah. At least Carl doesn't take up room in my house. Mikey, good morning. Jack is making me want an early breakfast. I think you should do it. Oh, my nose. Mm. Lois says, isn't it Coke that they tell you to clean your toilets with and eat battery acid with? And yes, they don't tell you to use Pepsi. They tell you use Coke. Rosie says, Freedom, but if you're a month pregnant, there's no way you can tell you're having twins. Well, she would be 4 or 5 months if she's due in November, I think. It's too much thinking for me. Jed says, Rosie, I might make French vanilla coffee with French vanilla cream. Sounds good. I think you should.
Carl says, is today pick on Carl day? No, absolutely not. But you're the one who was pouring Pepsi down the drain. Is it pick on cat day? Walking Tall says, maybe you would, but we would instantly no. It's not y'all's decision, it's mine. Rosie says, Carl, love you. Yes, we do. Freedom Eagle says, I'm confused. Let's stop talking about it. Sure. Lois says, yeah, I think I zeroed in on you, Carl. All right. Nose, blow my nose. Daniel says to Flora, hi, how are you? I'm jamming out and singing to Rock the Song Hero. Cubby says, I just found Marmite. I'm happy now. Basil says, hey, Grumpy Sapper, are these characters Elias, Emmy based on real life or purely fictional? Rosie says, freedom. I'm just saying and asking. No need to be upset. Sorry. And Daniel says, do you remember that song, Jackie? I don't. Emmy and Elias are fictional characters, says Grumpy. And Walking Tall says, relax, Carl. Today is not pick on Carl day. That was last week. We're over it. No picking on my friend Carl. Flora, Jack is eating rawhide. Freedom Eagle, just making a nice song about Carl because we love Carl. And I'm scared of Tina. Basil says, I think I gotta go through your discography. I can't say it correct properly. Looks like the songs are connected. Yes. Carl says, good morning, Laura. And JP, set up the live stream for later. So you're gonna go live stream later, Carl? Hi, Wassa. Good morning. Rosie says, corrupted, you left me. He said he wasn't staying long. He had to work today. Basilio says, I like the concept. It's unique and nice, Grumpy. Oh, ugh. I was trying to figure out what the ugh was for. I had to remember. Corrupted. He could have took me with him. Dang. I'd like to see you and Tiny Mother in the same room. Wassa says, yes. Now that you mention it, I am lit. Have you not been to sleep, or is it a wake and bake type situation? Freedom Eagle says, 1, 2, 3, Carl. Carl stole Deborah. That's a great song. Grumpy Sapper Baslio, yes. Start with where did she go? Where did show go? It's the first with Emmy and Elias. The other story starts with give me a reason to stay. Have a listen. And Rosie says, who, me? I think so. I don't remember. Jed says, okay, Rosie, I can. I don't know what he can about. I don't remember. I don't know swunk means. But hang on. Okay. Basil says noted, Grumpy. And Rosie says you said you wanted to see someone with me who. Oh, you and Tiny Mother. Daniel Kid says I'm listening to rock band Hinder, the song Lips of an Angel. It's the live acoustic live set. Great. Wassa says, hey, Lois. Thank you for the hearts on the side. Grumpy Sapper says, please sub so you are notified of upcoming songs. I have a Facebook page. Just look for Grumpy Sapper Music. It's a friendly group with lots of fun and nostalgia. Lois says Jack is really into his rawhide. He sure is. Carl says, I'm going to wake Diana up and get her in this live stream to defend me. I am defending you, Carl. What are you talking about? And waking up other people will only make them mad at you, not me, dear. Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I do know that song. Oh, I start slapping my knee and playing is it a violin? A banjo? I don't know. Wassa says hello to Carl. I think Carl might go live today. Was that what you were saying, Carl? Without saying it? Be nice to Carl. Snow says, hi, Snow. How are you? Snow the squirrel. I feel like I've seen your name around somewhere before. Hello. And I only think you're great. Good. Because we have a squirrel sniper, so I always pay attention when I see a squirrel name. Yes. Snow says, I've been on your live streams before. My bad. That's why I've seen you before. You know, it gets confusing when you go to visit other people, your friends who are live streaming. It all kind of jumbles together for a while, or after a while. Rosie says, I am being nice. I said that so he doesn't wake anybody up. Freedom Eagle will be right back. Snow the Squirrel says, my squirrel loves dog toys. Hi, Shelly. Good morning. King Carl 365. Hello. Gubby Sapper says, I'm in checkout now. Gotta pack the shopping bag. Be back in a bit. No worries. Let's see. Snow the Squirrel must be an actual squirrel, right? How cute. Really, really cute. There we go. A white squirrel, huh? Really cool. Okay. That's my tummy. Carl said goodbye. Bye, Carl, my friend. I love you. Have a good day. King Carl says your voice is very Unsettling? Okay. Oh, Freedom Eagle says, okay, I'm feeding the baby now, so what's going on? You see it. Daniel will be right back. Basil says to King Carl, if you got nothing nice to say, then stay silent. Snow says your dog is fluffy. He's furry for sure. I don't know about fluffy. You should see him when he gets out of the groomer, though. He is very fluffy then. I am not going to call Carl any such thing. Carl is my friend. And if you know Carl, you know that he's just very, very sensitive. And he's very sweet. And sometimes he takes joking very seriously. Like, he just doesn't know the difference. So try to be extra kind with my friend Carl. Behind their phones these days, right, Basleo? Thank you, Nancy. Oh, what happened? Oh, that's what happened. Oh, what happened, Jack? Wow, I missed that. Where'd it go? I guess he's done, huh? Snow the Squirrel says, I'm sorry, who's Carl? That is so funny you said, who's Carl? Because Carl would say, who's Rosie? Who's Yogi? Carl is our friend. He said he just left, but he might still be hanging out. Our friend in Dublin. You don't want it back. It's too soft. It's icky. Ooh, it's really gross, actually. We'll give you a snack if you want it. Who? Somebody is a new friend of ours, and they have little bulldogs, and he's in. Oh, his name is Gareth, and he has little bulldogs, and their butts look just like that. Can't help myself. I can't help myself. Sorry, Jack. I know that's not as exciting as what you had, but Freedom Eagle says, okay, well, I'm going to go now. Same time tomorrow. Yes, I will be here tomorrow. See you then, my friend. Take care of yourself. Right. Basil says, Carl is a good guy. He's not how he seems like. And Snow says, I get dog toys for my squirrel. I used to have a squirrel. It's the most fun thing ever. Lost his mom more. He's already had 2 today. Thank you for that, Basleo. Jed is getting some rain today. Freedom says, okay, love you, honey, bye. She says, bye, chat, see you tomorrow. And Gray Man says, I'm heading to sleep, waking up early in the morning. Good night. Sweet dreams, my friend. And Snow the Girl says, really, you had a squirrel? I did in Florida. We even made this really cool. Who made the cage for it? I don't remember who made the cage, but somebody made a cage for it. Huh, I don't remember. Surely wasn't me. Okay, you can stay there. We'll make you go here, go do this. Yes. There, and that's that. Oh, it's so cute. Lois says you took his rawhide when it was just getting yummy. It was to the point where I had to watch him like an eagle, and it stresses me out. So it's just better to take it away. He does look a little bummed about it, though. He says, I wish this Glandex would start working. Sorry, Jack. Snow the squirrel says, I used to have dogs. What kind of dogs did you used to have? Hi, baby. Are you okay? Huh? What else can I give you? I don't know. Jed says, is Rosie still here? She might be. Daniel is back. Good stuff, Jack. Huskies and a Saluki dog. I don't know what that is. Wow. Love huskies. Never had one myself, though. Probably a little too active for me. But Lois is very aware of what a Saluki is, and she says, cool. Hi, Flora. Thank you. Let me see. Let me see. Fine. That's fine. I don't care. Fine. Snow the Squirrel says Saluki dogs are skinny dogs for hunting. Ooh, skinny dogs. Did you have people say something to you all the time about your skinny dog? Rosie says, yes, I'm here, Jed. Do you need something? I was doing something. They are sight hounds. Hi, John. Yes, Jack is an Irish setter. Rosie says, I will be right back. We will be right here. Basilio says, sometimes I think that I gotta. Oh, you took it away from me. Dang it. Wassa says, Rutro. Rosie is up to something, do you think? She might be. Who was she trying to get to help her do something, to do a prank on somebody? So Rosie might be up to something. Gotta watch that one. You know what? We forgot to ask her, Rosie, when she comes back about her doctor's visit yesterday. Not that she has to tell. I mean, it's protected information and all. Were you looking for my hairband? Is that what you were looking for earlier? Why was it under your bowl? Uh-huh. Oh, Jack, you're being so rotten to me this morning. She says, wow, it's pile time. You see what a brat he's being to me? Will you let me pet you? Huh? Yeah, okay. Wow. Yep, you're right. Cuddle time. Basilio says, sometimes I think that I got my pup at the wrong time. I don't spend as much time as I'd like to at home, and he just stays at the daycare most of the time. I know. I know. It kind of breaks my heart. I feel the same way, Basilio, just going to work and living at home. So, autocorrect yet again, ruining every word. Oh no. Mr. Possesses says ungrateful children. I'm telling you. Lois is like, yes. He's like, Mom, not on camera. When did he grow up all of a sudden? I love you. I don't know. Oh, I took your rawhide. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? Eventually. I love you. You're such a good boy. What? It was a jack look. The death stare, you're right. He's not amused. It's going to be okay, Jack, I promise. Poor, sad Jack. Oh, I was in my eyeball. Okay. Wassa says, he's bummed. Yes. I took his rawhide. Snow the Girl says, thanks for subscribing. Of course. I can't wait to get into some of your shorts. Daniel says, I am all in on how comfy I am, butt in the air, and I feel like such a baby right now. As long as you're comfortable, Daniel. Jed says, I was just wondering, Rosie, and I responded to your heart comment on my channel too, Rosie. So how many squirrels do we have? The sniper and the snow. Yes, just the two. I cannot even remember what that squirrel's name was. I have a picture of one of my kids with it, though. Thanks, Mr. Possessive. I think. Wasa says she can't wait to get into. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My stomach doesn't stop talking. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's really embarrassing. Mr. Possessive says, of course. Well, thank you. Lois says, made me laugh too when Kat said that, Wasa. Y'all are bad. Gotta watch everything I say. It's like living with a bunch of kids, man. A bunch of teenagers. I'm kidding. I love you guys. I think that's what Carl misses. The point is that as family, we sometimes tease each other too. I think he gets that because he can give it. He just gets a little offended when he gets it back. Wasa says, thanks, mister. I appreciate that. Mr. Wasa says, someone just got out of my shorts. Good for you. Mr. Possessive says these Boston boys are wild. Basil says, Mr. Possessive, how are you, mate? And how's everything with you? Sounds like Mr. Possessive's living his best life. He got to go to a Lady Gaga concert, made new friends. You know what would be wild? If one day Mr. Possessive ended up on one of Basileo's flights. Would you guys even know each other? That's wild. Basilio says Lady Gaga, huh? Nice. Yes, Mr. Possessive. Pilots are hot. Why is that? For real, you're right though. Traveled, cultured men of authority. That must be it. Daniel says, if I fall asleep, just know that I appreciate each and every person in this live. And as for you, you are the sweetest, most kindest person, aw, and loving woman. And so nice and loving too. Thank you, Daniel. You make it very easy, my friend. Lois says, oh, okay, there's that. They wear a uniform. And Mr. Possessive says, yes, we love a man in uniform. And Daniel says, I feel so special. Oh, well, your family. Jack, are you okay? Are you feeling all right? Hmm? I love you. No? Oh, what is today? Tuesday, dentist day, payday. Woohoo. Mm, bingo day. What else happens on Tuesdays? Yay, payday. I'll be happy when I get back to work and have a real paycheck. Ooh, I just said I'll be happy when I go back to work. But that's what I was saying, Basil. Even me going to work and still living at home, I feel guilty leaving my dog. You just can't win. Love him when you can. And if he's being taken care of by good people, then I wouldn't feel too guilty. It's the I go to the Y day. Nice, Lois. I still have not been back. I guess the weekend came up, so. Daniel says, and I am, oh, you are a very good boy, Daniel. Of course you are. I'm sorry. It goes without saying, but yes, you are. And my tummy just agreed. All right. Paul, my friend, are you there? Yes. So, have you given any thought to doing something a little bit differently and out of your comfort zone? Freedom Eagle is back and bored. Oh no. Well, if you came here to be entertained, you will be sadly disappointed, my friend. Not really. Okay. Wasa, I am talking to Paul. Paul said something the other day about not living life, and I just challenged him to maybe do something a little out of his comfort zone, to do something a little different. But he really didn't ask me to do that, so I can mind my own business. Oh, Freedom Eagle, because it's not very exciting here. Hi, Serving. How are you? Tuesdays are my blues days. I gotta pick and choose days. I gotta pay my dues days. I'd love to take a cruise days. That's it. It's very relaxing here. Who was our friend that wanted to be banned yesterday? I was gonna go check on that. Lois says it's hard to step out of your comfort. Super hard. Right. I agree. And when I was talking to Paul, I was also talking to myself. I agree. Was it U.S. Army or no? I don't know. Lois says, but it can be very rewarding. You don't know if you don't try. Yes. No, it was the guy with, or the person, I think it was a kid. It obviously was a kid. And it was like a Dr. Pepper profile photo, but it said rapper instead of pepper or something like that. It was definitely a kid. Yeah, rapper. Paul says, I already know how it would turn out. I got you. Yes, one of this. And then I can go do this. Basil says, happy to know Gaga is still kicking around. She hasn't released an album much recently, has she? And Redeemer says, Cat, what's happened to your Jules button and super chat for Cat&Jack? It disappeared. We're going to write a song about being demonetized. I feel like I'm in good company. I've been demonetized. Lois says, think positive, Paul. Ambassador says, or am I just out of tune? Mr. Possessive says she just dropped Mayhem last year, but that's the tour she's on. Paul says, I know what has happened in the past. It was never good. Isn't that so interesting how we live our lives based on what's happened to us in the past? Everything, every decision we make, every action we take, it's all formed by what's happened to us in the past. And the past is gone. It kind of sucks. It's kind of like a default action. Basilio says, oh wow, I'm just out of tune, it looks like. Well, there's some more music for you to look into today, or whenever you have time. Oh, Jack says, me too. Oh, Bubba. Me too, Bubba. Sorry, my Redeemer says, what? Who do I write a letter to? Nobody. Can't fight the government, man. Mr. Possessive says, great dance pop record. I haven't heard any of it either, but I'm not really up to date with anything. Paul says, I wouldn't even know what to do. Redeemer says, so they got you for promoting Pepsi instead of Coke? Yes, Carl told on me. He reported me. My good friend. Mr. Possessive says you've probably heard the Die with a Smile. Okay, the Die with a Smile, yes. And I overhear people singing it all the time. I don't know about the abracadabra though. Hi, Lady Sky. How are you, my friend? Okay. Basilio is asking if Abracadabra would be a cover of the Steve Miller Band's Abracadabra. Is that who it was? Uh-huh. Jed says, was making a cup of coffee and a cheese omelet with zucchini relish inside with chipotle peanut pineapple salsa. Wow, that's a lot of flavors. I would never be so brave. Hi, Bubba. What's up? Oh, thank you, Redeemer. He says, you still have and always will have my seal of approval and appreciation. Thank you. What's up, Jack? Mr. Possessive says to Basilio, it's a totally new dark pop track, very heavy dance music with top tier choreography. Oh, hi, GP. Good morning. Daniel says, Jackie, I'm still hungry. Jack still wants to go back outside. I don't know why. To torture me. Okay. All right, here we go. Daniel cannot sleep. Are we going outside? Change your mind? Cool. How is that possible? Thank you, Lady Sky. No, we don't have to have a party. I have a pity party. Watch out. Daniel says, I'm still hungry. Well, do you still have Snickers? Lady Sky says, I hope you. Thank you, Lady Sky. Right, Mr. Best? I would never want to turn 26 again. Basleo says, oh wow, it's not even close to Steve. The music video is monochromatic and everything's so different. Mr. Possessor says, Basleo, isn't it iconic? What's up, Jack? I like that. This is serving my Redeemer. Says age is just a number and mine is unlisted. Okay. I think he's ready. Mr. Possessive also loves it. All right, fella. Give me a second. Let's try to focus. Hang on, dog. What is wrong with you? Let's focus. Rude. There we go. Let's find the car key. Goodbye. Goodbye, Jack. We have to find something to bark at. What is wrong with my camera? There we go. Once I hit 30, I was over it. Basil says, I can see this being a Grammy nominee at least. Was she nominated? Redeemer says the moon is out tonight. It sure is. It's pretty over here with the clouds. Mr. Possessor says, yes, Basilio, best dance pop recording. Nice. Ooh. Are you done? Can we go in? You obviously don't have to go potty. Obviously. All right, Daniel. There's a pink moon on April 1st. That's tomorrow, right? Interesting. We got to tell Dua Lipa. She loves a pink moon. You call her up. Let her know. Come on, Jack. I thought you actually had to go potty, sir. This is your going. No, I go back to work around the 15th. Tentatively. Oh, I gotta take a shot. Let's go get my shot. Yes, let's do it. Jack is just taking too long. 30 minutes. Jed says my other YouTube friend is on too. Nice. You can go over there, Jed. That's fine with me. Redeemer says, how do you know the moon is almost broke? It's down to its last quarter. You thought this was something for you, didn't you, stinker? He thought I had a snack for him. He's hilarious, isn't he? Hilarious. Hi, buddy. I know you think it's something for you, but it's not. Alcohol. All right. Yep, got it. Let's go, Jack. I don't have anything for you. Would you like? I have snacks. We'll get you snack, okay? Since you're such a good boy. I have a real snack. We have a few left. Come, let's go. All right. All right, Jack, pop up there. All right. That is our 4:30, 30-minute warning. Warning. Okay, what did I miss? Yes. Lady Scott, thank you. Do you want that, Jack? Oh, come on up here. Come on. Come on. Do you want the rug to do it? You need the rug to jump up? What do you think? Come on, up here. Here it is. There you go, buddy. It's all yours. Pascal says, how have I missed this? Eminem samples Steve Miller's Abracadabra. All the old artists are still around releasing albums. It's up on the bed. It's on the bed, sir. Right up here. Come on. Right here. Right here. See? Right there. Go get it. There you go. Crazy puppy. Matt Torrance, Jag, I took some documents to Staples to get shredded. There's no charge if it's less than a pound. Hang on there, Matt Torrance. Awesome. Great job, Matt Torrance. yogi time, it's 1:30 a.m. West Coast. Really? Janet says, Rosie, I just responded back to your comment. Here, buddy. Here. Right here. Here it is. Serving says no charge at Staples, less than £1. That's a good deal. Rosie says hello to everybody she has missed. Hey, Jack, one more. You big monkey. Hey, right here. I've got one more for you. Good job. That's it. You are out. Officially out of snacks, sir. I don't know what you're going to do. We're going to have to go stand on the corner at Walmart. That'd be hilarious. Ladies, guys, says I went to Walmart yesterday. Did you read my mind? Basil says, oh, it's Rosie. I thought it was Rosie all this time. Oh, Flora says bye. Bye, Flora. You have a good day, my friend. Oh, yes, with the cardboard sign that says need snacks. Yes. Ladies, guys says spent $85 worth of groceries on groceries. Cat food is still so high, though. I thought everything is still so high, though. Jack, are you over it? You've been so good all day. I'm really proud of you. I'm really, really proud of you. It's not for you, buddy. It's not anything you want, I promise. Mr. Possessive says we all need sugar daddies and mommies. You know, I always joke, but I had that opportunity and it just wasn't me. I just cannot pretend that long. Sometimes I wish I could. Lady Sky says, yeah, I wish it wasn't so high, though. I agree. Lois says Jack is really mellow tonight. You think? I think he's been a little more active than recently. Yesterday, he didn't get up once. What? He got up to turn around and chase direction. Mr. Possessive says faking it is worst. LOL. Imagine doing that 24/7. It'd be exhausting. Jet says, yep, and sorry what I said. Aw. I'm telling you, if Jack is not an ad, I don't know what is. Right, scratch it then. There's nothing to say you couldn't find a sugar daddy or sugar mama who you absolutely fell in love with. That's just not been anything I've seen before. Lady Sky says, I can see Jack chasing little rabbits in your backyard. Yes, he does too, Lady Sky. I don't just go out there to do a skunk patrol. I also check and warn the little rabbits to run. Run fast. Lois says he's as good as that bulldog butt. I agree. Snow the squirrel says, hi again. Hello, my friend. Mr. Possessor says the trick is to pull an Anna Nicole and find a billion-year-old so you don't have to spend much time with. Speaking of, I was thinking of Erica Jane. And I was thinking she must have loved him. She was so young. At some point, I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking of her the other day when I was mowing my lawn. How long until Yogi? You've got, it's 4:38. 22 minutes? Unless he's late. Lady Sky, what's your favorite classic 1960s song? I don't know any songs from the 1960s, Lady Sky. Unless it's some popular thing that's gone through the ages that I'm not aware of. How much is fuel now? It's almost about to hit 2 pounds here per liter, not even gallon. I know it's $3.59 a gallon here, which is $1 more than normal. Mr. Possessor says she's so sweet. That entire situation is beyond tragic. I just remember seeing a flashback they did of her at 19 and how fresh-faced and innocent looking, but so beautiful she was. And I just felt like she must have loved him. I don't know why I thought that. Rosie says, okay, thank you for letting me know. You're welcome. Hey, how did yesterday go at the doctor's? Lois says, Pretty Woman is mine. Oh, your favorite song from the 60s. Okay. Mine is Ticket to Ride, the song by the Beatles. Okay. All right. I don't think 60s are really my thing. Mr. Possessor says, because she's full of love, and so are you. It's just, oh, that was very sweet. Jen says, Rosie, maybe I'll watch Yogi live too, since I missed maybe a week of his lives. Oh, Mr. Possessor says, I like old Sonny and Cher if I have to pick. Rosie says, it went well. I need to do this heart ultrasound thing. I need to make an appointment at the hospital I go to for it. Okay, good. Jed says, Rosie, I also appreciate you. Aw. Sarik says, they were saying the liter to gallon equivalent was like $12 a gallon. Well, that makes it sound a lot more impressive. That's crazy. Who was I hearing that? I did hear $12 a gallon the other day. They must have been talking about y'all. Basil says yes, especially in London. It's crazy. Lady Sky says Cher is so old now. Wow. Wow, Lady Sky. Mr. Possessor says Lady Sky, she's timeless. Thank you. Us mere mortals only wish we could. Yeah, Rosie says, I was going to tell them about what's happening, but I couldn't. I tried, though. All right. Well, when your heart stuff comes back clear and they can't find anything, then you maybe should consider. I mean, if that happens, You should consider talking to them because they can look for stuff. But unless they have all the information, they can't really work to their full ability. Basil says everything here is overinflated. Sydney was much calmer, really. Right, Lois says, I should be so lucky as to have age like Cher. Mr. Possessive says, Lois, right? Lady Sky says, I guess your favorite song is I Got You, Babe. Jed said, glad your doctor appointment went good, Rosie. Mr. Possessive says, Lady Sky, either that or The Beat Goes On from the 60s. I have more modern Cher songs I like much better, though. You know, when I got in an accident, I was listening to Cher on cassette tape, driving to work in my little truck. And Cher was playing when I flipped my little truck. She was still playing when I found myself upside down in my little truck. Mr. Possessive says she's much better without a man tying her down. Rosie says, to be honest, I think they're going to find something because she asked if I had chest pain. I told her yes. She said there might be something wrong with my heart. Well, I hope not. But I'm glad it's being looked at, Rosie. Aw, Rosie, Jack loves you. Yeah, the goddess guided you through it. Amen. Funny. Jed says, sorry you're having chest pain. Sorry, and I get that sometimes. And love you, Rosie. We all love Miss Rosie. Oh, we love you, Jed. Lady Sky, we only wish we could. I'm going to say it again. Because no 80-year-old man is going to be able to keep up with her. So good for her. You haven't told your mom yet. The serving says the best thing to have on hand for occasional chest pain is chewable baby aspirin. Nice. Serving, I feel like probably, I don't know about Jed. I don't know for sure about Jed, but I think Rosie is also just anxiety. And I think people don't really realize the physical symptoms that can come with anxiety, like the chest pain and being out of breath. And it can be so scary. You're like, it can't be just anxiety or a panic attack. It has to be something more. But that is my hope for Rosie, anyways, is that it's just anxiety and going to be, once she really knows what it is, it'll be easier to deal with. Or if she has a serious issue, it will be taken care of. Lois says, raise the heart. Ultrasound is not too bad. I have had a couple. Since we are women, they have to press around your breast area, and that can get uncomfortable. Any worse than a mammogram? Oops. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Dang it. Pooh. Oh, pooh. Ah, Jed says I had heart surgery as an infant and got out of the hospital at 8 months old. Wow. No, you absolutely should go, Rosie. I mean, you've been talking about it for a long time, so you absolutely have the appointment. Go find out for sure. Listen, Lady Sky says, I'm not judging though, but a little strange. But I'm not judging, but it's a little strange. It's okay, Lady Sky. We judge every day so much we don't even realize it. Lois says, or like me, nitro tabs. Rosie's a baby. Rosie says, I just need Jack's love. He makes me feel better. Lois says, no, not really. Aw, Rosie says, Jack is the best animal on this planet. Aw. Lois says, yes, keep your appointment. Lady Sky says, I miss chatting with a good chat friend, Cat. She used to stream every day, but now she's not interested in streaming anymore. You are a baby in comparison to most of us here, but you are too old to be taken from your mommy. So both. That's pretty nice. Basil says, don't be afraid to judge, just don't give a verdict. That's a really good thought. I like that. Well, I'm sorry you have a friend you miss chatting with, Lady Sky. That's like me going to hang out with Bridget when she's live streaming and she goes, yeah, I'm just waiting for my very best friend, Mr. Possessive, to come in. And I'm like, what am I, chopped liver? Lady Sky, I'm giving you a hard time this morning. 11 minutes till yogi starts. Yes. What is our next holiday? Easter? When is Easter? Yogi's good, Basleel. It's Sunday. I should have known that, right? Lady Sky says, yeah, Cat, but she's been very busy though, ever since she stopped streaming in her real life. Ah. Mr. Possessive says, I'm stripping for Easter. Do you have a job or is this just a recreational activity? 5 days till Easter this upcoming Sunday. Neat. Lois says, Good Friday, then Easter Sunday this coming weekend. Huh. Mr. Possessive says, It's a job, but I'd be doing it either way. Nice. Good for you. Somebody's got to do it. Rosie says, There's a reason why I don't want to be taken from my mother. I would call it trauma. I see. Well, I hope we have assured you that while you are a baby, you are also too old to be taken. We were just talking about that, Rosie, about how How much of our lives, our decisions, and our how we see things are based on our past? And how funny is that? Because the past isn't even here anymore. It doesn't even exist. It's gone. The serving says, at least you're getting paid for it. Mr. Possessive says, exactly, Cat, you get it. And Lady Sky says, he is risen indeed. Oh, look at us. Yay. Your birthday is on Good Friday this year. So that makes it the 5th, 4th, the 3rd. Is that right? Hi, Jack Prepper. How are you? Daniel says, or Dale says, good morning. Who the hell's Daniel? What? Rosie says, I would love to be a baby again, but with good memories. If I could, I wouldn't think twice. Listen to you. Do you ever hear Yogi say, insanity is hoping for a better past? It's gone, sister. Let's look forward. I think that's, Rosie, why I like A Course in Miracles so much, because it helps you um, see beyond your story. And who would you be, Rosie, without that story of your trauma? Who would I be without my story of my trauma? Interesting. It's an interesting thought, right? If you really stop and think about it, who am I without all that baggage I carry? Rosie says, Yogi taught me a lot of things. Past this is some interesting places upcoming next month. Cape Town is one I am looking forward to. Haven't been to Africa in a minute. Nice. Wow. Lady Sky says, how are you, Jack Prepper? How are you? Mr. Possessive says, I always joke about trauma giving you a fun personality. I kind of agree. All the best people are. Jen says, Rosie, did you see my comment? And Rosie says, I've never thought of that before. Mr. Possessive says, OMG, Cape Town, Basleo. Daniel is back. Hi, Daniel. Welcome back. Jack says, I'm good here. Hope you're well, Lady Sky. Oh, Basleo said, message retracted. Mr. Possessive says, right. Nobody who's been through nothing is fun. Our scars make us who we are. You're a poet. The next holiday is Memorial Day. So Memorial Day starts off the summer, right? And Labor Day ends it. Oh my goodness. I'm getting emails from work about 100 days of summer. Whoa, so excited. Basil says, have you ever been to Lady Sky, Cinco de Mayo, and Mother's Day in the month of May? Do you look this up or do you know it all? Tenebris, hello. Jack, I feel like I haven't seen y'all in forever. I know it has been forever. Good to see you, though. Basleo says Cape Town. And Mr. Possessive says, Basleo, I can't say I have, but it's on my list too. I have friends from there, and you'll have to report back. Nice. Lois says Mother's Day is before Memorial Day. Rosie says, I have a question. How did you and Yogi teach yourselves to look off of the past? I think, like I said, I think the Course in Miracles really helps. I know you hear him say things like this all the time, Rosie. You're not your thoughts. Those things that we judge ourselves about, that's not us. So many good things when you start to really listen. Um, it just happens. I think you just have to be willing, Paul. Just have to be willing. Lady Sky says second Sunday of May is Mother's Day, and May 5th is Cinco de Mayo. So Lois was correct. I think. Hi, Just Love Lydia. How are you? Good to see you. She says, greetings from Kenya. Thank you, ma'am. Good to see you. Basil says, Kenya. We got Vlad from Ethiopia. Now Lydia from Kenya. And we always have Flora from Kenya. Jack says, don't forget about Easter. We cannot forget about the chocolate Easter bunnies. I love you too, Rosie. Lady Sky says Memorial Day is the last Monday of the month of May. Rosie says hi to Lydia. We're doing really good, Lydia. I hope you are too. Jed says, Jed, I think she did. Jed, you're just the sweetest ever. Broken greetings, dear. Vasilisa, speaking of, how is Vladimir? Did he join recently? I feel like the last time he was here, you were here also. Lady Sky says school is out for the summer before Memorial Day weekend. Rosie says yes, thank you, Jed. And Kat, did you see MK? No, was he here today? Just Love Lydia says, oh, to Lois, how are you? And Mr. Possessive says, I guess there's people I don't know. And Lydia says, love to you all. Thank you. Love to you too, my friend. Jess says, okay. I'm glad, Rosie. And I'm here for you whenever you need someone to talk to also. He's really good, Lydia. As if you can't tell, he's crashed. Jack's usual location. Serving says, A Course in Miracles is a 1976 book by Helen Schuckman. Schuckman said that the book had been dictated to her word for word via a process of inner dictation from Jesus. Correct. I don't know how much more to say with Redeemer here. What I like about A Course in Miracles is instead of the scary God who would condemn me or send me to hell, A Course in Miracles says God doesn't make anything that's not perfect, and you could never change your perfectness. You could never not be innocent, holy and innocent. And God would be incomplete without you. And it kind of undoes a lot of damage that is done from some churches. For me, that was my experience, is learning about God and Jesus in a different way. But I had to say, the first time I got the book, I threw it across the room. I opened the book and it said God and it said Jesus. And I said, no way, man, I'm done with that crap. And threw it across the room. It is 3:02 a.m. here in Colorado. That must mean it's about 5:02 here. Funny, Mr. Possessive. It was just the way I was brought up. I was scared of God. I didn't love him. I didn't know how to love somebody who would send me to hell. It was very traumatized. Talking about trauma, growing up and everything being based on what we grew up with. Rosie says, love you, Jack. Oh, he loves you too. Jack says, 2 a.m. here, and I'm going to try and get some sleep. Night all. Oh, thank you, Mr. Possessive. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't know how to talk about it, but I guess all I can do is say from my experience. And it should be time for yogi very soon. Mr. Possessive, what are you doing with your Tuesday? Thank you, Mr. Possessive. Serving says, Amen. Jesus didn't come to start a religion. Jesus came to restore our relationship. Thank you, Serving. I always underestimate you. Thank you, and I love you. And Jack sending a rose to Rosie. Mr. Possessive says, I'll just be spending some time in Boston getting into trouble, LOL. You have plans. Yes, the dentist. Big plans. I'm going to spend more money. Just a consultation, so not too bad. Just Love Lydia says, to serving my Redeemer, true and amen. Rosie says, oh, okay, yeah, I haven't gotten it either. Mr. Possessive says, gotta keep that perfect smile. Hi, Alex, how are you? Jed says, Rosie, I'm still going to try to draw Jack too. Rosie says, Yogi is probably writing still. He's probably brushing his teeth. I think it's one of the last things he does before he goes online. I'm always afraid my notification won't go off. His writing touches the heart. That's true. Alex says, hello, Master. Basil says, I like how this chat handles sensitive topics like religion. If it was anywhere else, insults would be flying around. I've been there though. It does when somebody starts bringing up damnation and hell and repent. I get my back up. Oh, Jed says that's true, Rosie. I agree about Yogi's writing. Mr. Possessive says, Basleo, I think it's pretty mature here, but also Cat is good at managing her space. Thank you. Rosie says, I can't tell you otherwise, Cat. You know him more than me. Alex says, Jack, hello, my brother. Jack Prepper, are you still here? I always wonder who they're talking to, Jack the dog or Jack Prepper. Daniel Kidd says, I am going to snuggle back into butt in the air and I am going to try to get all this air out. Oh, I'm so sorry, Daniel. Ted says, hello to Alex. How is Ireland today, Alex? Jed says, how are you doing? Ireland is very sunny and warm. What? Sunny and warm in Ireland? I'm joking. Oh, man. There is the yogi buzzer right there, guys. Time to hang out with the yogi. If anybody remembers Zed, he is traveling across the country. I think he made it to California. Keep an eye out for him. Wish him luck. I know he's been down a little bit. Rosie says, I've known you guys for almost a year now, right? LOL. I've had best friends for a year. Dang, never happened before. Aw, I love you, Rosie. Mr. Possessive says, weather warm, but Jameson cold, I hope. Lydia sending love. Thank you, my friend. Alex says it's miserable. Man, I don't know. The weather affects my mood so strongly. I would be miserable. Daniel says I'm bloated, Jackie. Aw, tummy, owie. I'm sorry. Jed says Rosie Yogi is live now. And Lois says it was very sunny and warm here, and now we are supposed to get snow by Easter. What? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Lois, birthday, Friday. Is that right? Maybe you answered me and I missed it. Yes, Rosie says, see you guys. I'll be at Yogi's. Love you, Cat. We love you too, honey. Basil says, you have no idea how much of a drastic change it is from Australia to here. I bet. Mr. Possessive Basil, that's how I feel going from Australia to Europe. Yes, Friday. Okay. I will remember that, Lois. I will remember that because I'm writing it down right now. Yay, exciting. Birthday Friday. Okay. Basil says you're Aussie too, and Mr. Possessive says no, I was just on tour there. And Lois says Wisconsin weather is bipolar. Oh my gosh, I guess. Alex says Australia is about 2 miles away from the sun. It's ridiculous. And Mr. Possessive says Alex, it was hot and nice. LOL. And let's hit that button real quick. See where we're at. All right. Oh, I'm happy. Basil says, wow, do you travel often? Why do I want to answer for Mr. Possessive? Oh, step back, cat. Basil, he says, Basil, I do, but not as much as you, I'm sure. Does he know what you do, Mr. Possessive? Alex says, I literally melted in Sydney. So do you like Ireland better? I guess that's where you're at. Oh, did I miss that? Lois says, Lydia, your birthday is on the 3rd also. Did she say that? Cat and Jack and all in the house, please welcome to my birthday and monetization party on the 3rd of April from 7:30 Kenyan time. All right, my friend, I will do my best. Awesome. Congratulations on your monetization, by the way. Awesome, that's great. Asil says, well, if you're even on a Virgin flight in here, come across my name on the PA, please do say hello. And Mr. Possessive says, I think I'm a dancer, Basilio, so I tour with pop shows as well as adult entertainment sometimes. Basilio did not know. So Lydia and Lois share a birthday. Happy birthday to both of you guys on Friday. It is April Fool's Day tomorrow. Uh-oh. Basilio says that's why I said Basilio. It's likely you guys might end up, passing each other. You're welcome, Lydia. Mr. Possessive says, thanks, Basilio. You sexy pilots get us around. You're welcome, Lois. Alex says, happy birthday. All right, before I go, Paul, if you're still here, you said, where do I start? I think all you do to start is just be willing. Don't be so sure things are going to go be badly. Be willing for things to go good. And I love you, Paul. I hope you have a great walk. Jack is awake now to say goodbye, huh? All right, guys, it's been really fun today. I appreciate all of you so much. And Lydia, I will try to get by and say happy birthday to you on Friday also. That's right, because good things await you, Paul. Yep. I love you guys so much. You just make my heart so happy. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow.